in 11th
All right, we got public school makes no sense. I guess part two. I didn't see part one, but let's
grade,
get
I
into
took
it.
an AP European history class. I only took it for the GPA boost and because I was cool with the teacher because he was my A push teacher, but it turned out to be a really weird and memorable experience. Like I said before, I was in 11th grade, but most of that class were 10th graders that I didn't know at all, except for 3 seniors that sat in the back of the class with me. The dynamic was so funny because those 3 guys didn't really care. They were getting ready for college. I was just there chilling, and then there were like 30 sweaty sophomores in that class doing way too much. Like, if you know anything about IB, just imagine 30 IB nerds constantly reminding the teacher to give us homework. Like, one of the sophomores in that class would post to his Instagram stories that he was
Yo, this is crazy. Thank you, something university, for my research opportunity. I will be studying in my high school. Why high schoolers are so insecure? What is going on? It's never this serious. Like, come on now. Only offers you should be posting is football or basketball. Nah, I'm just trolling.
doing research for Ivy League universities, but he wasn't. That was just a complete lie. He was trying to gain clout that he was so academically cracked that he was doing work with Ivy Leagues as a high schooler, but like no one believed him and everyone knew he was lying. This is what we're dealing with here. So yeah, I was kind of checked out in that class. I would just kind of sit in the back on my phone. I wasn't really cool with any of the sophomores except for this guy Elgin. And this guy was a total G. First off, he went on to become valedictorian of his class, which is insane because that's out of like 1,500 people. On top of that, he was just a genuinely chill dude to talk to and wasn't doing too much like all of the other sophomores in that European history class. And usually in life, that's how it goes. The people who are actually cracked don't feel the need to constantly be overcompensating. Anyways, anytime we did a project in that class, we needed 5 people in our groups, so I would always team up with the 3 seniors and Elgin. And I can't lie, bro would carry so hard every single time. He would do most of the research, he would format most of the slides. I was just up there yapping whatever Elgin told me to. I can't even lie. This was a 2018 LeBron type of carry. On top of that, the teacher was cool with everyone in my group, so while we were presenting, I would literally just be playing on my phone. Like, I'd be up there reading my slide, and as soon as it wasn't my turn to speak, I'd be
That reminds me, bro. I remember this one time in class, bro. I was new to this one school. I went up to do a presentation in like science or whatever we did. I can't remember. This wasn't that long ago. It was probably like a year and a half ago. And like, bro, I remember I kind of liked this one girl. I went up there, started talking. Like, I like stumbled over a couple words and she just like laughed. And then like the whole class started laughing. And then, yeah, I just walked back to my seat, put my hood on, and called it a day. No, I'm trolling. But half that story is true. Like, I kind of felt disrespected whenever I got laughed at.
on my phone playing NBA Jam. Actually, come to think of it, I didn't even have a phone in 11th grade. I would just be lugging around this big ass tablet. So I would just be up there presenting with this huge tablet. That was an interesting time in my life. I just remember for the final project we did in that class, I low-key feel bad about this in hindsight, but Elgin literally just did the entire project by himself. He was like, don't worry about it, I got this, guys. He did the entire project. He presented it by himself, and the teacher gave all of us 100 for it. So shout out to the man Elgin. If you're watching this, I'm sure you're crushing it right now, and to this day, I still appreciate the carry, bro. Real quick before we continue, I just want to shout out my new Instagram. Please go follow it at RowdyLOL. I just posted there this week, and I'm gonna be posting there very regularly, so please follow it. Again, it's at RowdyLOL. Now back to the video. Back in 8th grade, I took a theater class. Now, what was a guy like me who had no interest in theater doing in a theater class? Let me explain. Going into the school year, I was actually signed up for a skills for living class or home economics. Basically, it was a free period where all we did was bake and like knit. But then when my dad saw my schedule, he said, "You're not gonna take this class. You're gonna take a theater class." I was like, "Wait, what? Why?" He's like, "It's gonna help you with public speaking." So I dejectedly changed my schedule from
I bet he's still antisocial, don't want to do no public speaking, no none of that. And his dad made him do it. That's
home
crazy.
economics to theater, and yeah, it did not help me with public speaking at all, but it was an interesting experience. The theater teacher was this 70-year-old woman who had become a staple of our middle school. Like, she had taught there for 30 years up to that point. She was very stern and old-fashioned, but I actually grew to like her a lot throughout the year because I could tell she genuinely cared about the students. Funnily enough, I remember one time she told me that I had a great voice and that I should consider voice acting, which is kind of funny considering what I do today. Anyways, that theater class was like half theater kids who were actually passionate about theater and were acting in plays and stuff like that, and the other half were people who put down theater because they had no clue what other elective to take, and that kind of made for an interesting dynamic. Like, that was the first time I ever interacted with theater kids, and honestly, they were pretty chill. Like, I don't get like the slander. Yes, they were very ADHD and animated, and the archetype is a bit strange to me, but I don't know, they're just doing their thing. Like, it's whatever. 50% of that class was literally just listening to our teacher talk about the insane lore from her life, and the other 50% was just doing presentation.
I'm not gonna lie. This whole stream, I feel like I've been getting clickbaited with some of these videos, because it's like these titles ain't really matching like the videos like they need to. Like, no disrespect.
Exercises. I remember my
Dang.
friend Taru was in that class, and I remember we did this dance to the Phineas and Ferb theme song in front of the class. Like, it was just a goofball fun class for the most part. Except for this one time when we had a substitute teacher, and the girl sitting next to me, I don't remember a lot about her except that she was fat. She was very annoying and very fat. Like, we cannot understate this. She was a calorically
Oh my
dense
gosh.
human being. She would go out of her way to annoy me, but would also try to comb and braid my hair. So I don't know what her deal was. One particular day,
I mean, she definitely liked you, and she just didn't know how to explain it, good sir.
we had a substitute teacher and he put a video on for us to watch, and I was trying to pay attention, but she wouldn't stop annoying me. So I told her to stop it and be quiet, and then she picked up my binder and threw it up in the air, and my papers went flying all over the classroom. You ever get so angry and have no place to let it out that you start tearing up? That happened to me. I was seething. That might be the most angry I've ever been in my time at school. Of course,
Oh,
she
wow.
didn't take any accountability for it, and because of social customs, I couldn't do anything about it. But believe me, I wanted to pull a Ray Rice in that moment. Bro, why is the couple back edit upstairs? Why always when I'm recording? And why always at weird timings? Why is it never at night? It's 4 p.m. Bro just got back from his physics exam and he's cracking his girlfriend to take the edge off. Like, I can respect it, but at the same time, I can hear the furniture shaking. Anyways, speaking of middle school, back then I had this pair of all white
Whoa. What was he just talking about? Was he talking about IRL or like at school?
cloud foam Adidas shoes, and this was like the peak of hypebeast culture, and they kind of looked like Ultra Boosts from afar, but then when you got closer they were just regular Adidas shoes. I low-key got clowned on heavily for those shoes. I remember kids were like, "Oh, Rowdy got fake Ultra Boosts. Rowdy got fake Ultra Boosts." I was like, bro, they're not fake. They're not Ultra Boosts. There's regular Adidas shoes. Nothing crazy. I still remember this one dude who actually bought fake NMDs, claimed them as real, clowned me for my shoes, even though I never claimed them to be Ultra Boosts. I don't know what the deal was. And then he got exposed for actually
Nah, what happened was he was trying to take the attention off of him. He didn't want nobody getting on his fake stuff. So he tried to push it on you.
buying fake shoes. Yeah, that story right there is middle school perfectly summed up. Hope you enjoyed this video. Again, please follow me on Instagram at
That was a chill little
rowdyl.
video. Nothing too crazy. But anyway, if you're watching on YouTube, like, comment, subscribe, and we out.